Now to Germany, where voters are headed to the polls this weekend. At stake, who will run the European Union's most populated country for the next 4 years. Millions of voters say they remain undecided. A mainstream conservative bloc is in the lead with 30% support. The right-wing Alternative for Germany is next at 20%. And set for a possible breakthrough, the main topics are immigration and an economy that has stalled. And for more, we turn now to Martin Rothweiler, Managing Director and Program Director for EWTN Deutsch. Martin, great to have you back on. Good to see you. We understand that these elections are being held 7 months earlier than anticipated. Can you remind us again why they moved?
Yes, the early federal election this coming Sunday on February 23 became necessary after the ruling coalition of the Social Democrats, the Green Party and the Free Democrats collapsed on November 6, 2024. As a result, Chancellor Scholz called a vote of confidence in the Bundestag on December 16 last year, which he lost as expected. The main reasons for the collapse of this coalition and the resulting new elections were internal differences over financial policy and how to deal with the debt break. While the Social Democrats and the Greens argued for relaxation in order to stimulate the economy, the Free Democrats insisted on strict budgetary discipline. Differences with regard to immigration issues and security concerns played also a role.
Yeah, you mentioned immigration, Martin, and the economy is another issue. What are some of the other main issues on the minds of voters?
Migration and the economy, as said, are the two most important issues according to opinion polls. People also are very concerned about the war in the Ukraine, so peace and security is another main topic. Social justice issues, the climate and pension provision are other topics of relevance. With regard to the voters who are faithful Catholics, the questions of the ideological indoctrination following the gender ideology, as it is present, for example, in the self-determination bill, which allowed to change your gender once a year, questions concerning the protection of life are also naturally key.
Martin, what about church leaders? What are they saying, if anything, heading into this election?
The Catholic Church and the Protestant Church launched a joint appeal for the election. They are stressing the importance of democracy, saying, quote, "We maintain that extremism and above all ethnic nationalism are not compatible with Christianity. We therefore appeal to all eligible voters, please vote for parties that stand up for our democracy." End of quote. Their appeal is mentioning peace, freedom and prosperity, the need to take care of natural resources, the care for the poor, the right of life, and immigration policy that must remain committed to humanitarian refugee policy and good integration of immigrants. Moreover, the appeal is putting emphasis on the social market economy, whose theory is basically the fruit of the social doctrine of the Catholic Church. In the past, I must put emphasis on that, the Catholic Church refrained from making statements about specific parties. This time, though, the Catholic bishops have published a declaration that ethnic nationalism and Christianity are incompatible, mentioning explicitly the AfD, the Alternative for Germany. There's a whole discussion going on whether being a protagonist of the AfD and being an employee in the church or active in the parish is compatible. There are Catholics, though, who will be voting for the AfD because of their clear resistance against the gender ideology, for example. There are extremists in that party. Most of the voters are not and should not be branded that way. Some Catholic bishops do not agree with recommending concrete parties to be voted for and not to be voted for. According to the Bishop of Eichstätt, Gregor Hanke, the Church does not have the task of dictating to the faithful which parties they should vote for, but must intervene in the process of opinion forming.
Well, Martin, thank you for coming on and sharing all this with us. We really appreciate your insights. God bless.
You're welcome.